Hey everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast. So, Stephen A. Smith, revisits the whole Skip Bayless situation when he is speaking on the new podcast by Chris Carter. And, yeah, man, so look, Stephen A. and Skip are no longer talking, even though Stephen A. has said that he has reached out to Skip or tries to keep the door open, but hasn't really gotten any replies, right? So, Stephen A. Smith reveals that Skip Bayless no longer talks to him and completely ghosted him after he confronted him about how he treated Shannon Sharpe. I thought he was wrong about Shannon. I thought what he did to Shannon was flatly wrong, and I called him, and he never reached back out. So I stopped reaching out. And I mean, look, man, I don't listen. I feel that Stephen A. Smith, or I don't know why Stephen A. Smith still feels the need to still deal with Skip Bayless or keep him somewhat in his circle. Maybe Stephen A. Smith still feels the need to or he owes a lot of debt and gratitude to Skip Bayless. And I mean, I understand that, but at some point, that's enough, right? I mean, look, Skip Bayless put on Stephen A. Smith, a couple years after he had gotten fired from ESPN. And Stephen A. Smith, took the opportunity and ran with it. Okay, so you can thank Skip for the initial, olive branch and giving them a platform, and Stephen A. Smith made the most of it as anybody should have done, and he did that to the point now where First Take is Stephen A. Smith's show, right? Okay, he's able to get Shannon after the whole debacle with Skip Bayless almost a couple years ago. That's all Skip's doing, and everybody has been very successful, and Skip is the odd man out. Okay, no surprise to that. Okay, reaching out to Skip Bayless does what? Skip Bayless is stubborn. He's stuck in his own ways. He feels that he hasn't done anything wrong in all this. Okay, and him ghosting Stephen A. Smith seems like typical Skip Bayless, right? This is why Skip Bayless doesn't have any real friends in media. Is why he has poor relations with athletes and former athletes. Right? So, you see where Stephen A. Smith is headed, working on a big deal somewhere, either ESPN or somewhere else. You saw what happened with Shannon as his other platforms are growing and gets a decent deal with ESPN. Okay, they've thanked Skip, but at some point the thank yous got to stop and the reaching out got to stop. Skip chose his path and see where it's headed, right? He's now trying to launch his new show with Lil Wayne that may turn out to be a big flop, but Skip doesn't apologize. Skip will never apologize. This is who he is. And you see how him being that way, you see where his career is now, right? Out of Fox, now on YouTube, when it's just a Skip Bayless show and him reading off a piece of paper, doing these weird monologues. Now he doesn't want to do the goodbye off of Undisputed. Then he is announcing that he has big things coming. And of course, it's going to involve Lil Wayne because that's his only friend in media and entertainment. It's bad. Not a good look on Skip Bayless' part, but that's easy. For Stephen A. Smith, I move on, man. Nobody owes Skip anything at this point. It is over and done with. I know he was brought up. It's not like Stephen A. Smith is trying to rehash or anything like that. He was bringing it up with Chris Carter and everything, so that's totally fine. I'm not really getting on Stephen A. Smith about it, but it's just, Skip ghosting Stephen A. Smith is no surprise. Skip doesn't like to listen to anybody. No matter if he's in the dead wrong, he don't care. And this is where he's at right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.